What's up, everybody? The Big Boss here, back with another YouTube video. Today, we're watching Cobra Kai Season 2, Episode 3, Fire and Ice. So as we saw in the first two episodes of Season 2, Kreese has come back. He's tried to establish himself within Cobra Kai. We watched Johnny try to teach his students that it's not okay to fight dirty. And we watched Daniel develop his relationship with Robbie and start working on improving Robbie's karate skills. And then Sam, Daniel's daughter, has joined them. Daniel has also started Miyagi-Do Karate, his own dojo. And originally he did it with the intention of destroying Cobra Kai. But after a little bit of meditation, he came to realize that he doesn't need to destroy Cobra Kai. He needs to show them that there's a different way. That the Cobra Kai way isn't the only way. One thing I do gotta point out, you guys, appreciate y'all for coming through with those comments. Y'all have been phenomenal. Y'all added in some input. Talked about things that I don't know about. So it's been great. A few of you guys mentioned Karate Kid 3. And Cobra Kai is in there. Daniel got tied up with it somehow. Kreese is in there. Along with one of Kreese's buddies. So I don't know anything about that. But we'll check it out when we get there. You guys, I appreciate the comments. Keep them coming. If you like these videos, please click that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Click that bell to be notified every time I drop a new video. Appreciate you all. We're going to get right into this episode. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen. And I'll see you all at the end.
Inner peace, focus, balance. These are just some of the skills that you will master when you join Miyagi-Do Karate. Don't be a snake in the grass. Be a champion. Tweet us at #TeamMiyagi-Do. And all lessons are free.
And we're sulking about Sam.
I'm not sulking about Sam, it's about Sensei. It's about him and Robbie Keene.
And let's say more into the 4th of July. More red, white, and blue, more fireworks. Valley Fest is going to be even bigger this year, so we really want to stand out. And why would I be mad? Just because my husband spent half our Q3 marketing budget on a commercial for his karate gym?
The dealership is going to get all the publicity it needs from Valley Fest. For Miyagi-Do, this commercial could be a real game changer. Sorry I made the commercial without discussing it with you. I promise I won't ever do that again. I just need to amp things up now that John Kreese is back. This is a man who literally faked his own death. Twice, apparently.
Hey, somebody in the comments mentioned that Kreese had faked his death twice. I didn't know that. Johnny did say Kreese was dead. I have a hard time accepting Daniel as somebody who's assumptive. And as abrasive as he is, considering he was supposed to be the protagonist in the first movie, or through the series of the movies, and the stuff that he allegedly teaches versus how he is, it's just hard for me to accept that that's who his character is supposed to be. But, you know, reading the comments, I've seen several times people are like, yeah, that's how Daniel is, that's how Daniel is, that's how he was in the movies. I'm like, well, I guess that's who he is. Now, I don't remember the movies, and I've said this several times. I'm going off of what I'm seeing here on Cobra Kai. All I know is that Daniel was supposed to be the protagonist in the originals, or in the movies. So, to see his personality here, I'm not a fan of it. But I guess that's how Daniel is. I guess I'm disappointed in who Daniel is, considering his upbringing, his teachings, his mentor, his, again, I said it, you know, all the opportunity he had, all the advantage and privilege that he had, and it's just, with all of that, realistically, he talks a good game, but it's not him. It's not him, and to some extent that bothers me, because that stuff that he talks about, you know, balance, being the good guy, in other words, you know, he talks that game, but that's not what he's about. I haven't seen that is what he's about. And even in the comments, you guys have said it, that is not what he's about. So a little bit disappointed in Daniel. But we'll see what happens.
So I did a deep dive online, and you were right. Sensei is definitely Keen's father.
You guys, have you seen the commercial? Sam's dad started his own dojo, and he disses Cobra Kai.
No, it's not about the money. It's about the karate.
Free karate. How am I supposed to compete with that? And I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
We're looking for Miyagi-Do.
You're in the right place.
Commercial said lessons are free.
Well, they sure are.
You want us to paint your fence?
Keep an open mind, guys. It'll all make sense later.
This is all just some scam to get kids to do your yard work, huh?
My mom was right. With car salesmen, you always gotta read the fine print.
No, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to teach you karate.
Come on, let's go check out that place with the snake.
Poor
There's
guy.
a lot of talk going around the valley about free karate. But everyone knows that in life, you get what you pay for. What you need is bone-crunching, face-smashing, good all-American karate. Join Cobra Kai and let me teach you the way of the fist. Just make sure the Cobra Kai snake comes in at the end, all right? I want it to really pop. Make it chrome. And put one of those hash browns at the end, you know, like hash brown team Cobra Kai or something. And then send it to the internet.
Sensei, can we talk to you about something?
It's about Robbie Keene.
We know he's your son.
Yeah, Robbie's my son. It's also none of your damn business, do you understand?
Kids have no patience. They see a paintbrush and sandpaper and they take off.
Maybe you can give him a demonstration.
It's not a bad idea.
No.
No,
No, Daniel, I was kidding.
It's a karate demonstration. Right here.
I gotta tell you, it doesn't look good. LaRusso training your son like his own. I guess it's good you still got that Mexican.
Gal's from Ecuador.
Better hope that LaRusso doesn't sink his mitts into him.
Hey, Sensei. What's going on?
Let's go for a ride.
You see that building over there?
A hospital?
That's where Robbie was born. I wasn't there. My mom had just died. I was a real mess. I never knew my father, so she was all I had. So instead of being up there, welcoming him into the world, I was down here soaking up the booze from a 3-day bender. I never got there. I failed my kid on his very first day in this world. And I've been failing him every day since. It's one of the most painful things in my life. But one of the best things has been teaching you. I promise. I'll always be on your side.
Sorry. That Miyagi-Do is doing some sort of demo at Valley Fest?
Oh, they are, huh?
Bro, that one was tough. That one was deep. Even that got me freaking... Even that got my eyes all watery and junk hearing Johnny talk about that. I can't even imagine. I got 2 kids. You know, they're 8 and 10 now. I was there when they were each born, and I can't even imagine not being there. And I can only imagine the pain of not being there, the guilt that must carry, especially because he had stuff going on in his life. And I've talked about that. Johnny's an emotional person who's emotionally reactive. And that's got to be tough for him, knowing that having those feelings of failure and not knowing which way to go. And I'm sure each day that passes, that feeling of failure feels bigger and harder to overcome. So seeing him talk to Miguel about it was actually a bit relieving for the character. He's probably never talked to anybody about that. And hopefully that helps him understand himself a little bit better to keep developing, because Johnny's been doing great. Johnny's been doing really great considering he's got, you know, issues with Kreese, Daniel, Robbie. But he's trying, and that's the big thing about this show that has me hooked, is that with all the adversity that Johnny's going through, he's still trying. And even though he's been kept down for 30 years for whatever reason, still trying. So that was a great scene. That was actually very very good scene. So let's see what happens now as they go out into this festival to see what happens.
Is there gonna be any fighting?
I think so.
Now time for the grand finale.
Cobra Kai! Cobra Kai! Cobra Kai! Cobra Kai!
Cobra! Show them what real karate looks like!
Well, I didn't think that was the end already. Man, you really got to feel bad for Daniel there at the end, bro. I was not expecting that. Not like that. I mean, I kind of was to a certain extent when they said, oh, you know, when Cobra Kai is like, oh, we'll teach them, we'll show them what's good, you know. But then, oh my gosh, the way they came out, that show they put on, Johnny and his Cobra Kai's came out, complete showmanship. They put on a show for the people. He broke those cinder blocks with his fist on fire. Most of y'all don't know this, but my background is in marketing and business development. So what I'm thinking about is the marketing aspect here. Getting the attention needed to build your business. And that's what I'm seeing in Johnny. And I think that's awesome. Daniel's trying. I mean, for having built up a auto dealership, which is based solely on product and sales, it's different. It's different selling ideas versus selling product. You know, and right now he's trying to sell an idea, but it's not selling because his idea, Daniel knows the end product. So when Daniel's trying to sell his idea, in his head, he sees the end product, but it's not defined. So when like those kids came through and they're like, oh, this is a scam, it's like, yeah, for sure, man. You see that? You show up for karate lessons and you think you're gonna learn stands, punch, kicks, something, and instead you gotta paint a fence. It's only natural, especially for a teenager, someone in their youth, to say, nah, bro, this this Buster's a scam. I'm not down. You know what I mean? So Daniel, with all his business sense, Daniel with having the ability to have built up a business, has been very successful. It was very gimmicky. It was based on him being a champion, you know. But now that he's trying to grow a dojo, a business, which I don't understand the platform, because free lessons, are they all free, or is it just free to start? Like, what's the point in investing part of your budget into something that won't create a return on that investment? I don't get it. Daniel being a smart man, Daniel being a businessman. His wife, who has some business sense, is like, bro, what are you doing? And his wife has always done a very good job at putting some reason to Daniel. So I don't know what Daniel's up to, and maybe she's right. Maybe it is a midlife crisis. Maybe even though he said, and we know this, that Daniel doesn't stick to the things that he says. Maybe even though he said it's not about beating Cobra Kai, it's about teaching them another way. Even though he said that, and even though he wants you to believe that, I think realistically, Daniel wants to take down Cobra Kai, no matter what he says. And maybe to Daniel, Cobra Kai is the enemy. So with all that being said, Johnny is blossoming and he's doing very well, and he's building his business, and he's taking care of all this stuff and is rectifying his wrongs, you know. He's definitely working at developing himself. And you got Daniel, who's just so stuck in the past that he's getting in his own way. I said it before, some of you guys agreed in the comments. If Daniel and Johnny would just sit down and have a conversation, they'd probably be friends. Said this, and I said this in the last episode, or rather, I think I said it in the comments for the last episode. And I said this in the comments on the last episode when somebody said something about Daniel's personality. If Daniel would just give Johnny an opportunity, things would be different. So here we are, Cobra Kai Season 2, Episode 3. We are between Johnny and Daniel. We're no more further along than we were on Episode 1, Season 1. I do have to give it up to the writers for being able to write a story, develop a story, and still keep us at where we were Season 1, Episode 1. Like, that's awesome. So to the writers, that's phenomenal. The show, it's awesome. I'm enjoying the show. I like the show. In any case, you guys, let me know what you think. Please keep dropping those comments. If you agree or disagree with me, let me know. I try to reply to everybody. And I definitely appreciate the input. It helps me understand the show a little bit better, especially some of you guys have way more insight into some of these characters than I do. I'm just going off of the show Cobra Kai because I do not remember the original movies. I remember part 1 the most because that's the one I've seen the most. Part 2 I remember a bit. Part 3 I don't remember at all. I remember seeing it, but I don't remember it at all. So appreciate you guys' input. Keep it coming. If you like this video, please click that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you want to keep getting notified every time I drop a new video, click that bell so you can be notified. As always, you guys, I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next one.